I'm joined by Jennifer Chapa. She is the lead center counselor, and we're going to talk about the mental well-being of students. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Tell me a little bit about the lead to the program first.
Of course. So LEAD focuses on both physical and mental well-being for all students. We have many activities throughout the semesters to focus on either or.
As a counselor, I'm going to guess that your specialty is the mental well-being, right?
Correct. Yeah, so we have a lot of activities, like I mentioned, throughout the semester. I do a lot of workshops regarding different mental health topics, such as healthy coping, relationships, grief, all of that good stuff.
You mentioned that LEAD focuses on physical and mental well-being.
Correct.
And you hear that phrase a lot, mind and body, and it really is a combination of the two, isn't it? Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, so we tend to focus a little bit more on physical a lot of the times. You feel sick, what do? You go to the doctor, right? This hurts, I feel uncomfortable, but it's also very important as you think of yourself and your life as a whole. So mental health is extremely important. That's why we have mental health professionals. Why? Because just like we have regular doctors, we have mental health professionals to help us.
What are some of the issues that college students are facing that they may be vulnerable to, I guess?
Yeah, so I have noticed there is definitely very high levels of stress, of anxiety. I've noticed a little bit of, symptoms related to depression, but I do have to admit that one of the main concerns that a lot of these students struggle with is stress and anxiety. We have to keep in mind that these students are not just students. They have many different roles. A lot of them are parents, they have a job, so they're employees. A lot of the times they're caretakers as well. So college life in general can be very overwhelming, and then adding all of those extra roles, it can, definitely increase, a student's stress level and anxiety.
It's a lot of pressure on the student, isn't it?
Definitely.
At Laredo College, the goal is always success for the student. We always want the student not just to get into college, but to succeed and to either move on or apply what they've learned here to a career. How does what you do help that goal of the student succeeding?
So just dealing with stressors in life, I do work a lot with providing them with tools, with techniques that they can use either with their current situation, but also these skills or these techniques are for your day-to-day life.
Mm-hmm.
This could be, yes, right now they're stressed, worried, nervous about an exam, but they can use those same techniques when they're going to go have an interview for a job, right? So these are universal techniques that they can use in multiple life situations, life stressors, including grief as well, that, unfortunately we all go through at one point.
Do you see the students reaching out? Are they coming for help?
Thankfully, and I say thankfully because I know there is still stigma out there with mental health, but I have seen definitely an increase in students reaching out for professional help with one of our counselors here, including myself. So we have been seeing an increase, which is great because they're seeking out that help that a lot of the times it's really hard to take that first step and admit, you know what, maybe I can't do it all on my own.
And I think that's changed because the older generations would not ask for help. And today's young students, they seem to want to get that help and they're open to coming to get help, aren't they?
Definitely. As I mentioned, we have definitely seen an increase in students reaching out for counseling services. And because we are short term, because of all the students that we serve, a lot of these students, we definitely don't just, we finish with them and that's it. No, we definitely provide information, referrals, and resources that they can continue on their mental health journey.
What are some of the tools that you use for what you do? Are they physical tools? Are they just speaking to the individual? What do you do?
So it really depends on what the student is struggling with, but we have from physical all the way to just emotional, cognitive, social coping strategies. One very common one that I do love to promote is, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard about this, is box breathing. So that is an amazing, efficient, quick tool that you can use anywhere at any time. And it definitely helps with calming down your nerves, calming down your emotions, regulating your emotions for, whatever it is that you might need to get through. So we have that. We have grounding techniques. So grounding techniques are specifically to help us, as the title mentions, ground ourselves when we are experiencing high levels of anxiety. A lot of the times our brain is telling us we're not safe. So these tools help us ground ourselves and let our brain know, okay, you're safe, you're here, and everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. So one very common grounding technique that I definitely promote and a lot of students absolutely love is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. That focuses on all of our 5 senses. And that one as well, that's one thing I absolutely love about grounding techniques. A lot of them you can do anywhere at any time. No one knows that you're doing it, but you're helping yourself to regulate your emotions.
LEAD is spelled LEAD, and what are some of the other services that LEAD offers?
So, as mentioned before, we do a lot of activities throughout the semester. So we do try to focus on, creating different events that focuses on movement, keeping our body moving. I know in the past we've done yoga sessions. We've actually done those outdoors just because I know the instructor that we have used in the past, and I love this, aspect of it. She tends to use the environment elements, going back to the senses, sure, to help with, guiding that yoga class. We've also done some hiking events, again, getting your body, getting your heart moving, and we're continuing to do those events. I know we do sometimes scavenger hunts, just to kind of get them walking around campus. We had a Fitbit event as well. You would participate a full few weeks on different events every week, and you got to keep the Fitbit. Nice. So again, that was making sure that you're getting those steps in, that you're moving, that you're not just still. I know a lot of the times students spend time sitting down studying, for class, and I get that, but it's also important to get our body moving. Yeah.
You also mentioned workshops. What kind of workshops do you do?
So I mentioned I do different topics regarding mental health. I've done students in college life. I've done grief, healthy coping, friendships, romantic relationships, so dating. We try to make sure that these topics are obviously relatable to these students, and we're planning on continuing these topics, changing them a little bit here and there to definitely make it more interactive with the students so they get to enjoy it. And we usually tend to provide, little goodies or, snacks so that they stay alert and they get to enjoy these workshops.
Jennifer, how does somebody get more information about LEAD?
They can definitely stop by our LEAD office, which is located at the Kaysen Student Center in the second floor, room 229. So they are more than welcome to stop by, get more information, apply to be a LEAD student. The reason why I say that is because obviously they get a little bit more benefits here and there. For example, our LEAD Center, our LEAD students are actually gonna be able to use it a week prior to our grand opening. So they get those little benefits for being a LEAD student.
Jennifer, anything else you want to add about LEAD and what you do or the program in general?
I just want to talk a little bit about our LEAD Center. We have so much amazing equipment here that is beneficial for your mental health, for students' mental health. That was our vision, having a place where students can stop by, like a quick pit stop, if you want to call it, to just get recharged, feel more focused, feel more energized, once they leave this center. We have amazing, like I said, equipment, massage chairs, a nap pod. Everyone is loving the idea of a nap pod. Research actually shows that taking a 20-minute nap helps with learning, helps with alertness and memory. So everything we have here is not just, came out of nowhere. There's a reason for it. We also have massage chairs, and that actually massage has proven, or getting a massage has proven to decrease cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and increase serotonin and dopamine, which is the feel-good chemicals in our brain. So everything that we have here is to help students feel relaxed, feel energized, more focused, to get ready to continue their personal or their academic journey.
What is a nap pod? Exactly.
A nap pod is a machine that we have. You get to take a 20-minute nap. Hopefully no interruptions. But it's just to take a quick reset nap.
Yeah. Does everybody watch you take a nap?
Well, if they're here,
yeah.
But it has a little cover,
okay.
So you do have a little bit of privacy.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Jennifer, thanks for all that you do.
Thank you so much for having me.